Hey, what it is, your boy Kev, back with you for another episode of the Unflushed Pod. I'm here with my boy Rich, James, and we probably got a special guest coming in later on. Host the most. Maybe he'll show up. We'll see. We should have some good laughs when he pops up. You never heard of it?
I probably never heard it. It's a $20 bottle.
First of all, it's a Scotch whiskey.
Yeah, but it's blended.
So they put it in a blender. That's what you're saying.
Yes,
They blended this.
So that's what we said. That what gets us through the pod. So Charles, give us a sponsor. What's up?
Nah, I mean that Glen Silvers,
Glenn
You heard?
Silvers.
Glen E. My guy Glenn.
Like I
Hit us
said,
up. Hit us up.
first of all,
Nah.
you got enough.
you had enough. Just started, bro.
That's good. Happy everybody had a good week so far. It's Wednesday, the hump day.
It's the hump day.
You know our hump shit.
Yo, I saw some crazy shit this week.
So some hump shit. That's wild. We got hump.
Some shit we gotta flesh out. So,
Okay.
apparently there's this 18-year-old kid that just turned 18, I believe, from California. His mom served him eviction notice papers.
Oh, he got served.
Apparently he's a good kid. He's still in school. That's what it looks like. What's your feelings about that? At what age did you guys move out? And how would you feel if your mom gave you an eviction notice? Would you think your mom would give you an eviction notice? I want him to.
I mean, there got to be a legitimate reason for you to give me an eviction notice. Like, you can't just give it to me because I'm turning 18.
I mean, it's in America, once you of age 18.
First of all, where they're located?
Cali, right?
The location?
Yeah, where that situation happened.
California.
Cali is way different than New York.
That is true. But you still...
Which means the laws are different for when a kid turns 18 than when a kid turns 18.
You think so?
Is it though?
You know that for a fact?
I don't know that. But
Alright, so more feelings, no facts. Copy.
Yeah.
It might be the same. If she's gonna go to the FS drop a whole eviction notice, it might be once you're 18, you're adult, you're full adult.
Okay, that's how it is over here.
That's
That's how
how
it
it
is
is,
probably throughout the whole country. You got that? Cool.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
All right. So, realistically, who's making a living at 18? You haven't gone to college yet, right? What do we go to college for? To obtain a degree in something that we want to find a career in order for us to make money and make a living.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not even old enough, I mean, I guess if you're like a fucking genius, yeah, I guess you're old enough to go to college, but like at 18, you're going into your freshman year. So like, who's making a living at 18?
I mean, I would say for me, I had a job. But again, it's all about when I was 18, I had a job. But again, it's dependent. I mean, there's no context behind the contract. Maybe she was giving him money, Maybe he had a job already. Maybe she felt like, there's apartments that you could get for a certain amount, with the income that you're getting to move out and be on your own.
But wasn't there like a part where she had people come help her evict him and getting him out? Like, isn't that to the extreme? Like, is that even necessary?
I think the contract was that it said 30 days, I believe, but he had 24 hours to get out.
Oh, yeah, she
30 days.
Bruh.
You know what? I know the contract says 30 days and all, but you got 24 hours.
Like, that's your blood, sweat, and
That's
tears.
a
That's your
big difference.
whole mom.
Your mom's just bitches sometimes though, bro.
And maybe that's the way they was raised, I feel like
Maybe
a lot of...
yeah, right.
There's times...
Were they white, Spanish, black, Asian?
I don't know. I'm not
Let's
sure.
say assume white.
Why?
Or let's...
Why?
No.
Why are you so white?
Why does the race matter?
And race does play a big part in it.
Because
raising your
if
kids.
you really think about white,
Think so?
you think about people having trust funds and people putting money aside and giving it to their kids to
If we're thinking like
if
that.
you're thinking like that.
If you're thinking rich white.
If you're thinking rich white,
If we're talking hillbilly white, we're talking trash white, then Could be the case.
So,
Hillbilly white,
I don't
that's
think
probably her son and her husband at the same time.
I don't even think they would kick them out if they was hillbilly white. They normally
they go get married.
Up.
Alright, but
If
we're talking in general, then in general, then it's kind of fucked up.
I mean, I guess regardless of the race, I feel like it's still because there's a lot of races and different cultures that they'll disown you if you don't go with the wave or with the culture. Pretty much how things go. So it don't matter. It don't matter. There's different. They'll be like, no, you can't be a part of family because you're doing this. You dating outside of race, all this kind of shit. Whatever the case is. So you never know what it is. Right. It's kind of fucked up that you just turned 18. You might not even have a plan yet. And then you have this stack on you. I mean, that's the number one pressure is like knowing where you're gonna be, where you're gonna live.
And the fact that you're still so
normally that's people like that strive. Like it's something clicked in them, and they know how to like. They know how to they hustle. They know how to go after it because they put in that situation. But the people was not even built for that situation yet, or would ever be.
It all depends on how he's raised.
I mean, it also depends on like where did things lead up to this shit. Like
that's true.
They say we don't know what the fuck happened. He's probably, for all we know, he sells drugs.
But again, I mean, let's
I'll kick out my child if he out here selling drugs. Like,
but again, let's I mean, that's why
teach
that's
him a lesson of some sort. Like, if that shit is gonna get you, if you as a parent and you're doing everything you can't do no more, and this child of yours or whatever you want to call them, they wanna do shit to where like it's affecting your life as well, like. You can only do so much, especially when they're at that age. Like if he's a bad boy, basically, I get it. I understand that. And if she's trying to do everything that she can to fix him,
there's so
and he's
much
being
more
stubborn,
that you can do than to evict your child. You could put him in boot camp. You could send him to the army.
But that's if something's bad. Again, like everything is warranted if he's going against the grain. Mm-hmm. If he's doing shit like he's in the street, he's coming home late, he's not going to abide the rules of the house, whatever the case is, it makes sense. That's the reason. Because come on, now if you're of age and you're still doing this shit, it's a fact. You're dumb. But if it's not, and it's like this is my tough love, like okay, I'm putting you out there at this age, and like I was out there at this age, and I got to this point. And I feel like you could do it too.
It don't always work that way though.
It doesn't. Because the kids at this age is fucking completely different.
What are what are the real reasons for a person, not just a kid, for a person to get evicted from their house? They don't pay rent. They're fucking up the apartment. They're not abiding by the rules. Like, what can granted, you're young.
Yeah, I mean.
But again, it's just what I see that
like
as
if she's doing it as a lesson learned, that's a fucked up way to do it.
I don't think so. I think she sees it as like, okay, you're of age now. Maybe you had plans to do other things. Maybe you want to be you want to be on your own. And this is your eviction notice. This is me telling you that you have this amount of days to get out and be on your own.
But you said that it was 24 hours.
It did say 24 hours.
If it's 24 hours, there's only so much you can really do unless you've been preparing for this.
I would personally think as a parent.
Yeah.
I would personally think as a parent, he had to be doing. He probably staying out late, and he's not.
Yeah, he's probably like me. If it was me in that position, like if I'm trying to kick out my son or whatever. He got to be doing some raw, disrespectful shit.
But again, it could be so much different things behind the text because again, it could be like he was with his dad for so much years. Now he's living with his mom. Mm-hmm. Now he's of age. She's been living on her own for so many years. Now it's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to keep feeding 2 mouths. Like, I've been like this for this amount. You probably came out here for school and you lived with me for this amount of time. Now it's time for you to get out.
This is where I'm gonna fuck y'all up.
Go ahead.
If you as a parent, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you feel that you're not willing to support your child up to a certain age, I guess up to a certain point.
But that's a certain point.
If that's your child, and if they're at a point like, all right, you're 17, 18, whatever, like
That's the point.
if that's the point, you have to be realistic. Like I said, at 18, who the fuck is making enough to make a living? At 18. Let's say you're a regular ass person. You don't have rich family background or none of that shit. You got no trust fund. You don't got no fucking random extra cash in your bank where you could just like, you good. You're a regular ass person.
Yeah. Again, I
Where
gotta.
the fuck are you going at 18?
You can't. I guess you can't have a lifestyle, but again, I guess you gotta figure something else.
That's up to the parent. No, well, it's not up to the parent. It's up to him.
You gotta figure out what you gotta do. Because again, if you get a little job at a supermarket, whatever the case is, and now you stand at like a motel or whatever the case is, till you get a better job. So these niggas that do shit like that, bro, live in a car. If maybe he has a car, maybe he can live in his car till he figure
We
the fucking
talking about
out.
Cali, you could get.
So we're talking about so now this kid is homeless, right? So even if he got a car, like you're technically still living on the street,
and you're still paying rent.
And your car,
you gotta pay your car note.
Yeah, I guess you gotta pay for your insurance, whatever.
Whatever the case is.
But you're living on the streets. Like anything could happen.
Yeah.
What if shit doesn't work out? You know how hard it is to get jobs. Y'all niggas are searching for jobs, right?
Yeah, I mean.
So you know, like, what if it takes them a while to find a job?
But again, that's
who
who you asking?
What do you mean?
Who you asking? Like, what did it take them a while? Like, you asking?
Like
You ain't out. You gotta figure that shit out.
Okay, what if it takes them a while though?
And then it will take you a while.
Okay, so
who do you think?
So then you're okay with what if your child is out there struggling to find a job because you kicked them out, right? They're struggling. You didn't even give them time to find a job and get themselves situated so that they can be like, all right, cool. I think I'm comfortable now. I can do it on my own. So now, so when your kid dies, who's that on?
I think a person that kicks out your child without no real plan, I don't think they'll put it on themselves. I think they'll put it on the child. Say they put themselves in the
So it's that kid's fault because they had no support system to begin with
because they're of
and
age.
now they're dead.
But you gotta think about it. In order for you to get an eviction notice,
but this is what I'm saying. You're 18, like.
Bruh, you can't.
Where you getting a
one
job
thing
at?
I gotta tell you, you cannot think about 18 when you was 18. That's a fact. The way
now,
the 18 now
yeah.
is completely different from when the fuck we was 18. Niggas could get jobs. Niggas has a lot more research and a lot more plans to get stuff done. That's a fact.
Minimum wage is a lot higher.
There's so much shit you could do now. That's a fact. There's so much shit you could do now. Files from when we was 18. There's so much more
Like what?
opportunities around.
What?
That's a fact. No.
Like what though?
Like what? You could do delivery. That's easy. You could jump on that. There's
Uber
places
driver.
you could get that for cheap. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
could work from
opportunities
his car and make money.
From back then. It was hard. It was a struggle.
Okay.
You gotta think that there's a big difference from then and now.
But we also gotta put into play like.
But we don't know this kid. What if he's not built like that?
That's
We
different.
also gotta put into
Right?
play.
And as a parent, you gotta know how your child is built.
And maybe they feel like that he's built like that.
If he's built like that, then I mean, I still think it's fucked up. Truthfully, like you're kicking out your child. You're making your child homeless, so that they could go out there and fight for themselves, living on the street. Like if that shit ain't dangerous on its own.
Personally, I think as a parent, I think I always want to be there for my kids. You know, no matter what. You know, you always want to be that blanket. You know, like that's secure. Like, you know, like come on, my nigga. I know I lived it and I know how life gets. So I could be your safety net. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I want to be as a parent.
Right. That's how I would feel as well. Like,
but there's things you have to go through to understand things in life. I would say.
yeah.
It's maybe you don't want to throw them in there because pretty much what she's doing is throwing them in the fucking
She's throwing them
dance.
into the fire.
Yeah, throwing them in the fire and make it work. You know,
Yeah.
it could work or it could not fucking work.
Right.
It could be a struggle, but again, if it's a sex,
You also gotta think, how many times did she throw him in the fire? Like, because for you to get an eviction notice, you gotta have multiple reasons and many notices before you do that. Because you can't just give an eviction notice just like that. And I know that from experience, not because I got evicted, but a landlord tried to evict me because me and my mom didn't want to pay the rent that the landlord was giving within a day notice. So we was like, no, fuck this shit. We're not paying this shit. So He went to the court, somehow got it subsidized or whatever, and we had literally 5 days to move, and we was like, fuck this shit, we're out. Like, we're not paying this shit.
That's different.
How is that different?
That's no, we talking about your mom saying you gotta go.
Yeah. And she's staying.
If the landlord,
Technically, the landlord is the mom. The landlord is telling us that we gotta go within the day.
It's not personal.
It's not personal. The landlord don't give a fuck about you.
Check it. The landlord came to your mother and said, "Yo, cool. I can lower your rent at least $300, but it has to be one occupancy in the place. So you gotta go." So she gives you an eviction notice. Now you gotta go. Now what? You 18 of age. You of age now. You could.
Mind you, you're right, because I was 17 at the time.
That's a fact. You gotta go. Because now I can stay here, I can be comfortable, and my rent could be lowered because it's just me. You old enough. You could there's plenty of opportunities out here. You smart enough. Make it work.
Get the fuck out.
Just get the fuck out.
Honestly, it all depends on the actual kid themselves. Like, are they smart enough? Are they mentally there? Like, can you really handle the pressure of doing shit on your own?
It's just like, to me, it's just like, if you give, if there's a heads up, if it's like, all right, cool, yo, just so you know, as soon as you turn 18, if she's installing this shit into this kid's brain from when he's gets to a certain age, say like 12, 13, like, oh, you 13 now. Just so you know, when you're 18, you know, you gotta be out on your own, you know, you're being an adult. If you're installing that into your child's mind so that they can prepare themselves for it,
it's different. That's a fact.
You know, that's a different situation. But if you just throwing them you know, you got 24 hours, you gotta go. No warm up, no heads up, nothing. That's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
And when your kid dies, that's your fault, you bitch.
I mean, my point is though, it's like, how many times did she give him a warning before the eviction notice?
We don't know. Again, from the context that we taking it from is that he turned 18, whatever the case is, he's of age. Here's your eviction notice, and you have this amount of time to get out because you know you could do what they do now.
Right. We don't know the context though, like, you know.
But again, it could all be just for viral stuff. You know, maybe that can never happen. But I'm pretty sure there's people that's sending kids out.
I'm sure it's happened. Yeah.
I mean, there's 18-year-olds making
especially
money.
the ones that's acting up and it's like, yo,
we
you
all
gotta
saw
get the
8
fuck
Mile.
out. It's also 8 Mile. They give my son B-Rabbit up.
Yeah, man. I ain't got a kid, bro. You got a whole daughter. That's fucked up. That's foul.
That was fucked up.
Shoot.
But she did say the kid could stay though, so that's.
We saw baby boy. Come on, man. Yo, moms kick their sons out every day, B.
Yo, bro, it happens, bro. But again, that's that learning curve. Because again, bro, I've met people. Oh, nah, I wouldn't say I've met people, but I've talked to females that had brothers that lived with their mom for very long, and or their parents for very long time. Okay. It's like, yo, like
I know something like that too.
Like, why you don't live with the nest? Like, what's up with you? Like,
I mean, we know,
bro. Like, by the time I was plotting by the time I was 17, 16. I was ready to go gadget, nigga.
Bro,
I was ready to go.
Nigga, I was plotting with you and I didn't even have a job yet.
Right? Like, nigga, I was like, yo.
I was dying to get out the house.
I was on at 17.
Like, I've lived with 2 girlfriends, my nigga, like, before.
Dangerous.
Before, yeah, that's what it was, bro. Like, I was ready to go, nigga.
That's how I was living when I was joining high school.
That's what
Nigga had 6 rings.
To the point where she was calling me, looking for him. I don't know, man. What the fuck? I thought he lived with you.
Shoot.
Shit.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was ready to go. But it's people that just want to stay in the nest, bro. Like, they don't want to spread their wings, bro.
I
like,
mean,
it be like that, but it's like...
But, like, at the same time, like, yo, like, you're not going to evolve.
You're never going to learn. You're never going to learn this stuff, like, the fucking the struggles in life. And that's the people like that get the real, like, sometimes get real, like, hit by real life shit. And they don't know how to recover from it. Like, it's like, oh, God,
you gotta experience it to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and that's the way of life, bro. You go through shit, and you know how to deal with it. When other shit similar or like you know how to get through shit now. Like, it's like nah, shit like that's not gonna bother me because I know what it's gonna do to me, whatever the case is.
We learn from our experiences.
Exactly.
You know,
if you ain't going through experiences, bro,
like
you're never gonna learn.
18-year-old back then, like us, to an 18-year-old now is not gonna. settle shit the way
I'd be
we settle
twice
shit.
as lit if I was 18-year-old now than I was then.
Nah.
It's hard to say.
Because it's easier for 18-year-olds now to get a job, and it's easier for
Is
them
it
to
though?
have there's so much more
There's a
platforms
lot of
for people
opportunities,
to get
bro.
a job. You got social. We didn't have that
Nigga,
much social media
18-year-olds,
back
what we
then.
had, what we
Social
had?
media.
We had
but
site,
what
we
if-
had AIM, we had Yahoo.
But what if that's not your thing? What if you just want a regular ass job?
But
we're
there's so much
we're not
opportunity
talking
again,
about if it's your thing or not. It's a platform to get you somewhere. You don't have to be on that thing to stay there. It's just to get you in the door.
But that doesn't always work.
What you talking about?
This whole social media shit.
Social media?
Like, come
I'm
on,
not
bro.
even just saying the social media. Just
Like,
the
that's
platform
easy.
in
That,
general.
that whole shit is easier said than done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all
You have to
that-
be really good about
Y'all
that.
say y'all talk about like, oh, yo, but you got social media now. You can do whatever the fuck you want. No, because if
That's
that's the
true.
case, we be doing whatever the fuck we want, right?
Nah, but we don't got to drive for it. I mean, we got to drive for a podcast, so we had Unflushed
Yeah, I
podcast.
mean,
Yes,
we're
sir.
here.
But
We're here.
but
Hopefully
again,
this shit gets
you
there.
have to have the drive, bro. I'll tell you this plenty of times. You can start a real IG or a TikTok based on your lifestyle, your kicks and the
And
shit that
make
you buy.
money.
And
And
I'm
I told you
sure
that.
you will go, my nigga. But you don't have the drive for it.
This
That's
man
it.
got like 20,000 sneakers in his closet right now.
You have it, your brother. You have the content. That would be your content. You have it, plenty of it.
Mm-hmm.
That people would want to watch. People watch so much dumb shit, bro. You see niggas popping pimples all
That shit is fire.
Yeah, that shit with
shit's
your mouth.
right? But yeah, bro. But again, it's all about just like me. I work out. If I really want to like do something, I gotta do it. But again, the workout game is so monetized and so much people doing it.
It's competition.
It's tough. It's so much competition. Just like
everything.
sneakers too, bro.
Yeah,
but you
it's
gotta find out.
competition
You gotta
and
find a
everything.
niche. You gotta find out.
Yeah,
niche.
you gotta find a niche. It's just
Exactly.
like, but my only shit with that is like that when you compare that to like a regular job, right? Cool. A regular job, you know what you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Not like you know what you're gonna get out of a regular job.
Like
Like,
you work, you
or
work, you
like
work.
just in
Just in
general.
general.
Like you work. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, alright, cool. Like, I got a 9 to 5.
Go ahead.
8 to 5.
Go ahead.
I get a certain salary. I know what I get. I'm getting paid weekly. I know I'm gonna get paid every week.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Now you want to chase this dream of being what they call those, an influencer.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Now you know you gotta compete with a ton of other people.
No, you just you. You don't worry about everything.
Don't
else.
get.
See, because again, in the workplace, you gotta compare with everybody else. I want a job on once, want to be better.
Right.
So again,
Cool.
same thing.
So all right, cool. You're here.
Mhm.
You're in this place. You gotta hope that you get seen. You got to push and push to get seen.
You will get seen.
You'll get seen.
Okay.
What if people don't like your content?
No, people will
It's
like
not
your
even
content.
about liking the content. They're gonna
Bro,
see
there's so much
regardless.
people in the world. There's gonna be people that's gonna like your content.
But what if not that?
But
many
that's the
people
doubt.
like
That's the doubt that's
your
holding you
content?
back.
It's a self doubt.
It's self doubt.
It's self doubt, but it's like
Like your self doubt right now with the whole sneaker thing, you feel like you're in
You think-
competition with other people.
Exactly. You can't see it that way. You gotta see that your own. Your
You
own
know
thing.
yourself. You could do this shit, right or wrong.
sure.
I'm pretty sure you could.
If
You
I had
pretty
the
funny.
time,
You pretty
why not?
sweevy with this
You
shit.
have the
If I
time.
could
had the
definitely do
time,
it.
why not? Okay.
You have the time, bro. Like, if you put in kicks on, you can have 20, 30, 50 minutes just like, not 15 minutes, but 15 minutes just to like, woo woo, talk some shit behind it and
But
upload
your
it.
self doubt now would be, am I gonna make money?
It's
off this?
even me too, bro. It's like, even starting like working out and doing like videos and stuff like that, it's like, I'm looking at everybody else and I'm like, no, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And that's just self-doubt in me. I shouldn't be doing it for everybody else. I should do it what I want to do, how
You gotta
I
do it
feel.
for yourself.
Exactly. And that's how it's going to work at the end of the day. At the end of the day.
That's
you're gonna
how you gonna get paid by.
You're gonna have people. You're gonna have
Expressing
people that's gonna hate. You're gonna have people that's gonna love your shit,
Right.
and you're gonna have more people that's gonna love your shit than people that's gonna hate. That's a fact.
That's a fact, and that's how it always starts.
And as far as you, how much you getting paid at a regular job, as far as like you being an influencer, nigga, you set your own price. If you know this is what you're worth, if you know $400 is what you're worth, whatever you do is gonna be $400. So you could do your content. That's how much you're gonna get your income, whatever the case is. You get your numbers, whatever the case is. That's that. But as far as you doing, because again, you got to do more. So you got to do personal events, special events,
You gotta
and shit
sell
like that.
yourself.
You got to sell yourself, bro.
So
You're working for yourself at the end of the day. You wake up and you know what you got to
so,
do.
So this is what I'm gonna compare that to.
Go ahead.
A struggling actor.
A struggling actor.
A struggling actor.
What do you mean struggling
A
actor?
struggling actor.
He's trying to get gigs.
trying to get gigs.
Okay.
You know, like person who you try out for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you may get a gig here and there, but it'll probably be a bullshit gig. You might get a commercial, you might get an action in a commercial, you might pop up on a fucking episode of Law and Order or some shit.
But you trying to do it.
But you probably just that guy that just crossed the street and say, "Hey, whoa, who's that?" And that's it.
But you got a job though.
You got a job, cool.
Go ahead.
But
Are you having this job?
the reality is, are you actually successful at this job?
So you being
But-
seen, you in the field that you want to be. What are you saying?
Are you actually?
You want to be a,
successful?
you want to be a major actor.
But you can't ask us that question. It's you yourself.
No, I'm asking you. You want to be? Is this guy want
Like,
to be a
do you
major
feel
actor?
like
What's success?
It's what you want. What
success
you
is different for everybody.
Okay, so if you're an actor, if you're a influencer, what's success? What would be success?
Mental
To be-
and physical health, and clearly money is
But again,
involved in that.
it's all about what you're doing.
And
you can't say influence is a success. It's all about what you're doing. If you're selling sneakers and you want to be most known for the best sneakers or whatever the content you're doing, that's one thing. You can be influencing just mental health and pretty much touching as much people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It can be so much things.
Okay.
So you gotta really specify as what.
So we're talking about making a living, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's success? If we're talking about making a living.
But like I was saying, everybody's success is different. Not everybody's success is
Make
the
it
same.
a living. Make
but
it a
I'm talking
living.
about making a living.
Okay, so you're making
That's how we
enough.
got
You're
it.
making enough. So you're making enough. You put in enough content. You put in
And you
enough.
feel comfortable
That you can pay your rent. You can put groceries in your fridge, and you can have a little spending money. That's it.
Okay, cool. That's success. That's something. You're making a living,
You're making a
right?
living.
How many people you are really making enough to, you know, like I said, like the comparison, like a struggling actor, right? A struggling actor. How much do you think a struggling actor?
But a
makes?
struggling actor is different from an influencer.
It's similar.
It's not similar.
It's kind of similar.
I mean, there's certain aspects.
I mean,
You're putting
I
yourself
see,
out there.
because
to
if you're an influencer and you want to be an actor, obviously you're gonna be putting more content out there. But again, you're going a different approach. As far
It's
as
a
an
different
actor,
approach. You're
as far
right.
as an actor, you pretty much you audition and you join to the different things that
Alright.
they ask you to
So-
do,
so-
and you could just broadband of whatever you want to do. And once you find something that works, you can capitalize on that.
Alright, so so struggling actor. Why are they a struggling actor?
Because they haven't got the right gig yet.
They haven't got the right gig yet.
They
Yeah.
got the
Why haven't they
reasons.
gotten the right gig yet?
Because all the roles that they probably being offered is not a fit for them. That's what it is.
Would we say that it's that the roles aren't a fit for them, or maybe it's possible that their dream may not necessarily be as realistic as they thought
Nah,
it was?
I would never say that because
Nah?
because there's a lot of great like shows. There's a lot of great movies that actors you just come out the woodworks. This is the first time you've ever seen them, and it's because they're getting their first break. You've seen major blockbuster actors that's been there for years and they worked out, but then you've seen these guys that come on the scene from nowhere,
Out of nowhere, boom.
and there's a lot happening now than before.
Okay, so we're saying that every actor, no matter if they're a good actor, if they're a popular actor, if
You
they're a
gotta find the
struggling
right
actor,
fit. I'm saying you gotta find the right fit.
all of them are talented enough to be successful at what they do.
You find the right fit.
Guaranteed.
Find the right fit.
You have to find the right fit, or
Yeah.
is it what if these people just
Because
they're in over their heads?
I mean everybody could be over their heads, but again you gotta dream big if you want to be big. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
you gotta dream big. Cool.
Yeah, but
You
it's not
gotta
over
dream
your
big.
heads. Again, you gotta find the right fit. I'm pretty sure you go to 1,000 auditions till they find the right one for you. Like, oh, you're just a cool, chill, back guy that could be on a talk show. You be the cousin that come in, Richie. Hey, what's up? And then you making 200 grand a fucking episode, whatever the case is, because you
On some
doing that
bullshit.
now.
On some
Because you fit a role. Now you fit a role
Hey.
in a movie or a TV show. You get what I'm saying?
It's just so
you
much
have to
that-
you have to fit the role. You have to.
It's
I
so
think
much-
You can fit the role and not make the salary.
It's so much that comes into play, bro. Like
it is so much.
you can be the best actor in the world if you don't get discovered. You won't get discovered. That's just it.
Because you got to put yourself out there.
Okay, but what if you don't get seen? You think people don't put themselves out there?
You
and
don't.
get seen?
You cannot say you're not gonna get seen. You gotta think that you,
can
will
try.
get seen.
You can try. I'm sure there's people out there that are trying and are not getting seen.
Yeah.
Struggling actors.
There's people that's out
Right?
there that
Just like
that's
sure
not a
there's-
struggling actor.
I'm sure there's guys that hoop out their ass that are better than niggas that's in the NBA, but didn't get the right opportunities because they didn't get seen growing up. Therefore, they did not make it into the NBA, and they're probably better than niggas that's in the NBA. They can
That's
probably
probably a
start.
fact.
But I'm
right?
sure those people are.
There's just
like,
so much
in
shit that comes into
different
play.
leagues
But
right
that's
now.
exactly what you said. There's so
Okay,
much things
cool.
that
There's
come into play.
talent. There's luck. Luck is definitely a factor with this shit when it comes to these types of things.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about an influencer, what if you putting out 1,000 videos and nobody's watching your shit? What are you gonna do? Put out another 1,000 videos so nobody
So
can
you
watch
think
your
you put
shit?
1,000 videos out and you get 0 views at all?
You might get like 1,000 views, like
So you
one
don't-
person
so
watch.
you really think it's not gonna grow?
You're not getting it. Like you think that if I put out 1 million videos that automatically that means they're gonna get seen, right?
Eventually.
That's what you're thinking. Eventually get seen. What if they don't really get
But
seen though?
it will get seen.
Why is it a guarantee though?
Because that's how
Why?
the algorithm works. That's
Why
how,
is it
that's
a
how that's
guarantee?
why when we
And what
go,
if it's
that's
not
why
good?
we go on IG and they feed us what we want to
But
see.
it's just like, what if it's just not good?
But who's saying that?
I'm just saying in general. Like,
Exactly,
yeah,
but
'cause this is the
you're
thing.
saying that. But
This
again,
is the
you
thing.
have to know that whichever you put out, this is like us putting out a podcast. You gotta understand that niggas want to understand and want to know what we want to watch. But if you have a negative, approach thinking, nah, niggas not gonna like this shit, then it's never gonna work.
No. Well, my main point right here is the difference is a regular job, right? With a regular job, you know what you're gonna get. That's guaranteed, right?
That's
Now-
that's the surface though.
No,
That's
it's
the real
it's a set
surface.
salary.
Whatever the shit. When you go into a regular job, that's guaranteed.
That's
right?
surface, exactly. Go ahead.
When you go into anything else like acting or like fucking social media
It's taking a risk.
influencing, you are taking a risk.
You are taking a risk.
Because there is that chance that the shit that you're doing, this dream that you have, may never happen.
It seems like you're not a nigga that like to take a risk. That's
Honestly,
what it is.
no. Honestly, no.
No, it's
You're
not.
right.
That's
I
a
don't
fact.
like taking
Because
risks.
you gotta.
Because what happened?
That's how people be who they are. That's how billions be who billions is. Because you gotta take.
That's
you
how
gotta,
I'm sure
you
that's
gotta,
probably how homeless people become homeless too, though.
But yes, but again, you gotta bet on yourself. But you only think about the negative part.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I'm
thinking.
Don't say realistic.
I'm thinking risk factor. I'm thinking like what just like the
Are you,
chances.
wait,
bro.
are you
Like,
So
talking
you gonna tell
risk
me-
factor or are you talking self doubt?
You never gonna bet. You never gonna bet on yourself.
am I ever gonna bet on myself?
Yeah. So if you say fuck this, now you got 10 grand in your
Alright,
bank
cool.
account,
Let-
20
let-
grand in your bank account.
let-
You can pay your
alright.
rent for like maybe a year or two, and you say,
Uh-huh.
cool, I'm gonna get into this fucking sneakers game. I'm gonna quit my job and really focus on this shit. You wouldn't bet on yourself?
Would I bet on myself? That's tough.
what you're doing.
I'm
That's
not,
what you're
I'm
doing.
not gonna sit here and say that that's a decision I'm gonna come to very easily. No.
He said I'm against to that.
Yeah, you can. I don't care. Like, what the fuck you want me to do? You expect me to just like quit something
I know.
that's guaranteed?
I just give you a scenario,
Guaranteed to take something that may not
but you
pop
get,
off,
but again,
and then I'm stuck with
But
that.
again, you get guaranteed bullshit every day, bro. You go into a job, the niggas gotta tell you what to do.
Yeah,
in fact,
though,
and
right?
you know, and
Yeah,
the fact that you could go to a place that you could make your own options. You know that every day I wake up, I have a drive to go get it. I gotta go get it. I'm enough to know that okay, if I'm putting out content, I gotta shoot content to keep getting paid, or
Got
I
it.
gotta go out there and do what I gotta do to keep getting paid.
So this is my shit. I think, say if I do decide like, oh cool, I want to start putting out sneaker content and shit. You think I must quit my like regular day
No,
job?
absolutely not.
Would you come
Absolutely
to
not.
would you come would that be the end game though? Would that be the vision? To quit my job so I could just focus on what I love.
That can be the end game, yeah.
It can
But
be,
I'm
then
not
it should
gonna,
be.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that without knowing that it's already successful.
I mean, yeah, you can make sure you're in a good place
Like
before
if
you
I'm
say
gonna do
fuck
it, I'm gonna start doing this shit.
But that's when you say.
But
so,
I'ma do
so
that
then you
and
can't
keep
say
my
too much
regular
work.
job.
It's evenly work. You're working for both things. Unless you're gonna be working
But if
for
that
the
shit doesn't pay off, at least I still got my regular job.
man. Fuck the regular job. You always gonna get regular jobs.
That's the part where the risk.
That's
That's the risk taking part.
the
That's the risk taking part.
This is what I'm saying, but like, why
Why risk a job? For
Why
something
risk
that's
a
not
job
guaranteed?
for
get
something
it.
that's not guaranteed?
Because you're doing what you love and you're doing what you wake up and you make money for yourself.
Copying.
And you gotta talk about nothing.
But what if the shit?
But you keep saying what if it doesn't? What if you work that job for
It's
fucking
not-
10 years and before you make one extra year to make your pension or retire, niggas fire you? Then what?
Okay, so get another job.
Oh, just get another job. So then move on. If that doesn't work, then move on to a different
Then
thing.
you got another choice, but it's like, I don't know, man. Whatever, you win. You win. I'm not gonna argue.
I don't wanna
I'm not
win.
gonna
I'm
argue.
not saying I win.
I'm not gonna argue.
I
I'm
know
gonna quit
what
my
I'm
job. I'm gonna quit my
I know,
job
I'm not saying-
tomorrow.
I'm
I'm gonna start making sneaker fucking content, son. And I know I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Let's go. That's the energy
Feel me?
to have.
Feel me?
That's the
Feel me?
energy, baby.
2 years. That's all it's
That's
gonna
the
take.
fucking
That's all it's gonna
energy,
take. And if
baby.
not, I'm gonna die.
What if you was in the scenario